Hello everyone. If you're watching this, it probably means you're curious about learning coding just like me. To tell you a little bit about myself, I have been learning HTML and CSS for past 1 month through an institute. And right now it got completed and I would be starting with JS in coming few weeks. So I am giving you a disclaimer that I'm not an expert at all. This channel is about learning together, step by step, in a very simple way. So, if you are a complete beginner, you are in the right place. Now, let's just talk about what this video is about. Now, in this video, I'll show you what CSS and HTML are, what I have understood so far, and we'll write a small piece of code together. Nothing complicated, just the basics. Now, first, let's just talk about HTML. Tell you a little bit of theory. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, it represents the content and the text of a web page through elements. In simple words, it's basically a structure of a web page, a structure of a building. You can connect it with that. Now, I will be coding in the VS Code. So, let's just see how HTML works and how we make this. You have to make a file first, and when you come here, you click and you will write your HTML. You have to write .html so that your HTML page get created itself. Now next thing that we start is while writing the HTML, you have to write the very basic doc type HTML. Now, what does doc type stand for? So, doc type is a special string, which is known as a declaration, and it ensures that browser tries to meet the industry-wide specification. Doc type HTML tells the browser that the document is an HTML5 document, which is the latest version of HTML we use right now. Next, we write the HTML tag. We've got this. Right, HTML. Now, how you close this HTML is that you add this. Let's just delete this one. Okay. You start with this HTML. Now, right now my AI is on, so it keeps on telling me how to make these content. What you can do is that you can also turn on this on VS Code. I've turned it on because I needed some help as I'm the learner also. So it would be help me in how to write code and how to correct these also. Now let's just write the head first. We use the head to describe what is the title and what type of CSS or JS files we want to connect. But right now to show you the basics, we are only going with the title tag. Okay, so this is the title. Let's just name it YouTube video lesson 1. Alright, so this is our title for the page. Let's just now start with the body. So in if you've written any paragraph or an essay in your school or an email, you know that your email also have a heading, then a paragraph and then a closing point. So what we are doing here, we are also following the same structure. We have the heading, now we want the body. We'll write the body, and inside the body you have all of your content of the web page that you want. Now let's just start with the basic one. We'll write an H1, which is our heading, that is YouTube video lesson 1. Alright, this is the heading. Now heading are of 6 types. We will not be talking about that here right now. So we use 6 types of headings, and everyone goes in an hierarchy. From H1 to H6, everyone has different. different sizes and different boldness. So when you're using the headings, you start with the H1, then go to H2, then to H3. You do not jump between H1 to H3. You follow the hierarchy. Let's just also look at P tag. Now we use a paragraph to write a full length of a line if you want to write a line or tell what about your web pages or what that content is. So use that paragraph. Now let's just write this lesson is about HTML and CSS, although um oh wait, I am also no. Well, I don't know how to write code. I'm also learning it. So we'll see how this goes. So please don't judge me. I'm also learning and I'm also trying you to learn how this is. So this is the most basic HTML page. There's nothing scary. There's a heading, there's a paragraph. Now let's just also see how this uh, looks in the real website page. Now when we'll refresh it, you can see we've got the heading, we've got the paragraph. So this is the basic HTML we've created right now. Now, next we'll go to the CSS. What is the CSS? Now, CSS stands for the Cascading Style Sheet. If HTML is the structure, CSS is the design. It is used for how you want to look your HTML structure to be. Like we've created the structure of the building. Now we are putting all the decorated items, the tiles, the paints, the wallpapers, the furniture, all of that comes in HTML. Sorry, CSS. Now, how to start with the CSS? I'll tell you a simple thing. You go at the heading. I've told you. You can link your HTML and CSS here, and we write link. Then we write rel style sheet. You have to write this. This is compulsory, and then you write href, which would link your HTML file with the CSS file. Now, it's not necessary by that you have to write style.css or any set up standard word for the file. You can write any name for the CSS file, but you have to keep it in mind that it should end with .css. For example, I'll write design.css. That's it. I'll save this, and now you don't see any CSS file here. What you can do, you press Control and you click on this. It asks for you to create a file. It doesn't find something related to that in this folder, and we have created a CSS file. That's it. It's too simple. You'll write this code. You have to close it first. You see, you have to close the code. See, HTML is something which would accept the code even if a little bit of error is there. It won't ask you to correct it. HTML is that kind of a structure, you could say. But you have to be, as a good developer, you have to correct it so that it would look good. And if you're working for any, company, or you are providing a freelancer work, so anyone who sees your code, they see it as a professional work, not anything as a new book. But since we all are noob, we are going to make mistakes. So let's just see. Let's just try to learn together. This is what we are here for. So coming back to this, we've got our CSS. Now, CSS is the basic design, how you want your design to be. Now, I'll tell you, we have this body tags here. What we can do is that if I put anything designable in these body tags, whole of the content that is inside this would have the same design. For example, I'll write body. Okay, this is the body I've created. You have to have the curly brackets. Now let's just go with I write the font family family. You can write anything. I write Proxima Nova. Let's just see. Okay, you save it and we'll go to our browser. You see, the text, font text of everything inside the body have changed. Now that's what the CSS do. It helps you in designing your website. Now, if I write that I want background color to be purple, okay, I'll save it. We'll come here, we'll refresh it. See, whole of the page got purple. Now, I want only my heading to be white. I want my paragraph to be yellow, sorry, black, but I want my heading to be white. What we'll do here is that we'll create an H1. Like here, we have this, and I want the color to be white. Sorry, we end it with this semicolon. Everything in your CSS, it should be inside the curly brackets. It should have the semicolon, and then, sorry, it should have these. I don't know the names. Okay, just don't put these in comment. You should end it with this semicolons. Okay. Now we'll save this and we'll see here how it ended. Look, we've got the heading. Now this is very simple. This is how CSS works. Now just by adding the CSS, you can see the page really looks very better. And I'll be honest here, when I started learning this, this felt so confusing to me as I was not from a science background. I was from a commerce background, so this was everything was new to me. But once I have practiced a little, I'm still not perfect, I can tell you. Things have started making sense to me how to make a normal website. You just don't have to memorize everything, you just have to understand the idea and you have to keep trying and experimenting so that you can see what kind of things you want. And if you are also learning HTML and CSS, I want you to learn with me. I'll be posting videos twice a month, building small things and understanding concepts together. So, if this video helped you even a little, you can like the video, subscribe if you want to learn coding in a simple way without pressure. As I do have a lot of pressure on me right now because I have completed all of this and I'm still not able to understand how this works. But I'll keep on trying. That's why I've made this YouTube video so that I could keep on learning and I could get a lot of, you know, ideas from you guys and how to work everything out. So that would really help me also in learning this. And also comment below what should I learn next. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for seeing this.